I was just about to make a public service announcement that baking with Miles is back. And then I realized you don't even bake this. So I know it's kind of still up for debate about what actually finished Elvis off. Was it the drugs? Was it the toilet? Was it the obesity? But guys, after finding out that this sandwich that we're gonna make today was one of his favorite recipes that he ate all the time, case closed. No further investigation needed. It was this sandwich that finally bumped him off. So, we're gonna make it today. Now, I came across this the other day because I was watching, don't ask me why I still watch her, because like most of her recipes aren't vegan, but I was watching the world's #1 MILF, I don't think anyone can deny this, Miss Nigella Lawson. Yeah, she basically had an episode where she called it Eating Trashy Foods, and this was first on her list, and she talked about how, I mean, you know how Nigella talks about food. It was like, the way she made it was like so seductive and like so... Anyways, basically she had an Elvis Presley cookbook, and apparently he ate this fried peanut butter and banana sandwich on repeat. And yeah, I thought, do you know what? Do you know what, yeah? We need to make it. So this recipe is pretty, I call it a recipe. It's not even a recipe. It's more of just an assemblage. An assemblage? An ensemblement. It's basically a pile of shit. The regular recipe, his recipe, calls for regular butter, so obviously I'm gonna be using vegan butter. There are possible ways that you could healthify this. You could use whole grain bread, you could use a ripe banana, which I don't have today. You could use healthier peanut butter. The peanut butter that I'm using today is full on trashy. And then I guess the downfall would still be the vegan butter. You can't make this recipe without vegan butter or regular butter. But don't make it with regular butter because you know why. Speaking of butter, who is that big lady with the grey hair that always, on the Food Network, and she was always like, butter, lots of butter.
Melted butter.
You all know that when it comes to peanut butter, that I'm very specific, okay? You know I don't like the sludge. You know I tell you guys all the time, don't go near whole earth because you will break your teeth. And also Pip and Nut are on my hit list as well now, so you can rule them out. I am not impressed with them. They're basically just one big plastic factory. Anyways. So obviously you will need some peanut butter, but let me be quite specific. You can't use runny peanut butter like I would usually use. When we smush this together and fry it, if you use something runny, it's going to just ooze out all over the pan. So yeah, this is trashy as it gets. It's thick. Like even if you put it on top of your head, it's not gonna fall out. So this is the exact kind of peanut butter which I normally would turn my nose up at. It's also crunchy. I normally wouldn't go crunchy, but the recipe does call for crunchy. So yeah, so one banana, preferably ripe. This one is not ripe, but this was the best I can get today. In terms of the bread, I mean, I don't really ever eat bread, but when I do, I get like good sourdough, like just simple, clean ingredients, or like something like nice and hearty. But no, for this recipe, you need the white, trashy, plastic kind, okay? Don't disrespect the king. Do it his way. Oh, I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about the other king, as in Elvis. I swear there was a fourth oh, butter. I don't really have any preference when it comes to vegan butter. To be honest, I've never bought vegan butter in my life. But yeah, the one I bought today is this one. I have no idea if it's a good one. Any vegan butter will do. I know in the States you have all of those fancy kind. Is it like the Miyoko's one? And then, I don't know, you've just got lots of things that we don't basically, so count your blessings. Do you know what guys, I'm actually very excited to make this. Anyways, first things first, we need to toast the bread, okay? You can't make this sandwich in the pan without toasting the bread. We want crisp, okay? It's supposed to be crunchy and then melting, ooey and gooey and all of that good stuff in the middle, so toast the bread first. Guys, don't ask me about this toaster. Years and I still don't know where it came from and I still don't know how to use it. I do know that if you press this, it goes down. I don't even know how to get it back up. While the toast is in the toaster, we are gonna mash the banana. Like I said, make sure you get a ripe one if you can, because then that is basically the sweetness in the recipe. Make sure, actually, do you know what? I'm not even gonna smush this properly. I kind of like a little bit of chunks in my, oh fuck, I left the toast in. You know I'm gonna try and pile as much in as possible. Look at that, 3 tablespoons, 4 tablespoons, 5 tablespoons. All right, this is actually a mountain of crunchy peanut butter. Okay, there is literally about 10 tablespoons of peanut butter in this sandwich. I feel like we're already on 1,000 calories. 1,000 calories right there. A mushed banana. This is so gonna ooze out everywhere, but guys, I have made a big dent in this pot. Look how much. I've actually put half the pot of this 300 gram jar, 400 gram jar. Okay, there's actually 200 grams of peanut butter in this sandwich. I have never fried with butter before, vegan or not, so I really have no idea how much to use. Let's start with that, shall we? Oh shit, a little bit hot. I don't know, there's something about this that kind of grosses me out, even though it's vegan butter. It just feels wrong. In goes the sandwich. I feel like the moment has come. It is time to flip. To be honest, I was expecting a little bit more sizzling. Oh, fuck! I burnt it. Oh. Alright, so there are strict instructions with this recipe in regards to how you cut it. Apparently, it must be cut. Oh, do you hear that crispy sound? A little bit of ASMR. Ooh, it must be cut on the diagonal, so for once, I'm going to do as I'm told. Guys.
Strike a pose.
Alright, let's go in for a taste. My mouth is actually watering. Cheers. Oh my god. Do you know what? Yeah, this would be a pretty good way to go. I'd take that happily. I would definitely recommend this to anyone who needs a little vegan splurge. I don't even like crunchy peanut butter, but in this, I'm gonna happily apply all of this to my face and then feel like crap afterwards, but it's okay. And I guess there's more of a serious message behind this trashy recipe. Basically what I'm trying to say is, you should always nourish your body, you should always fill your plate with colorful whole foods, but from time to time, if you wanna eat a fried peanut butter sandwich, look at me trying to justify this. I'm going to like the ultimate extreme to try and justify. I don't need to justify this, okay? Just let me enjoy it. Just let me enjoy it in peace. It would have been better if I didn't burn it as well. All right, let's go in for a taste. My mouth is actually watering. Yeah. So, fuck. And also, don't know where I was going with that. I was just about to say baking with Miles is back. But then I realized, because it's just gonna, you can't use runny, speaking of nut butters that are on my hit list at the moment, Pip and Nut are also pissing me off. Shut the fuck. Butter. You know what, guys? I'm actually really excited to make this because oh, fuck. There we go. Okay, the lighting is not that bad from this angle. God, it is.